This is a video guide for the Unsighted Any New Game Plus speedrun. I'm going to keep it real rough and ready. I'd like to do a full, clean video of this with a nice script and stuff, but for now I'm just going to give you the basics. So I'm going to do this on mouse and keyboard. Most things are possible on controller, though you're missing out on one of the factory teller hooks that's basically close to pixel perfect. The input display should at least show you what I'm doing. If I happen to press down while I also press escape, you'll often hear me spamming escape by pressing the button really fast like this. If I also happen to press down when doing so, that's just a bug for my input display. It likely happens because of my rebinds. So I've rebound my controls both in and outside of the game. My controls inside of the game mostly consist of binding parry to middle click, the escape key to keypad multiply, and then map to page down. And then what I've done is rebound outside of the game to swap my actual escape key, keypad multiply, and numpad down to mean that numpad down is escape, escape is keypad multiply, and keypad multiply is numpad down. So that's a whole triple rebind to prevent rebinding multiple buttons to the same key as per the rules. I don't make them, I just follow them. So basically what that does is that means that my escape key functions just as a menu key. I can't use it to back out, hence why you see the star in the top left. That's the whole keypad multiply thing, but it's actually my escape button, if you know what I mean. And then if I actually press numpad down, that's escape and will back me out of menus like that. The map being on page down is essentially means that the escape and escape and page down are right next to each other on my keyboard, on my numpad, and then I've also rebound numpad 1 with enter. I've swapped them around outside of the game. That means that in total I have 3 buttons on my numpad that I can use to menu quickly. That's basically all they're for. Mostly these are just preference, you don't need to do this to be quick, I don't think. Yes, they could be less hand pain and things like that. So to do this speedrun you'll actually need some additional files. I'll probably put them on speedrun.com along with this video, and they'll come in 2 forms. Technically 4 forms. It won't really be 4, but to do a New Game Plus speedrun, you need to start from a New Game Plus file, and I've specifically prepared this file here that I can share with you in 2 ways. One of them will be by just replacing your save file. Anyone can do this, you don't have to mod your game at all. It's pretty easy. All you have to do is go to your app data and swap over this file called a global game data file. That does have the downside of replacing all of your files in here, like so. But you can create a backup too. I'd highly recommend doing that regardless. I won't provide a detailed tutorial for it now, but if you do load up someone else's save file, someone else's global game data file, make sure you come into the options and rechange your options back to what you need. You want Meteor Dust Radar off, Speedrun Clock on, and then these are all preference, as are SFX, volume, everything else. The other way I'll provide this file is via I'll provide it as a save state for the practice mod. The practice mod is available on my GitHub. I'm sure I can link to it in the description on the speedrun.com page as well. It's quite easy to use, and I'll quite literally show you right here. I'll erase this file because I've got a save state for it. I don't need this file. But to then get that save state into the game, all you need to do is start a new game. Action Girl is what we want it on, I think. This is part of the practice mod that enables debug mode, and I could start the game anywhere, but for all intents and purposes you'll be starting in the main new game anyway. So just start a new game, skip the cutscene, then what you want to do is take the practice mod save state, go into your game's install files, and as long as you open the game once you should have this folder called Unsighted Practice, and inside of there should be a folder called States. In there, simply place the save state file in there, and then if you've installed Configuration Manager as per the install instructions on the GitHub, if you press F1 you should be greeted with this menu here. To then load in the state, simply expand the practice mod menu. You can bind all sorts of things in here, as you can see debug mode is enabled. To load up the state, come down to save states, select your save state from this list. I have lots of them. And then to load it in, simply just click the load button. It won't look like much has changed immediately, although you can see the timer's already changed in the top right. But if you pause, you can see that we've got Raquel's axe equipped, we've got a cryojet, both of them are at +5, we've got this chip loadout, etc, etc. Right, now don't change any of this because the save file is now fully set up. All you need to do is quit back to the menu. You'll even see that this file was saved in the gear village as it was before I erased it. So once you've got this file in, you will be ready to go. I'm actually going to provide 2 different versions of this. One of them has 7 speed chips and no glitch chip, and one of them has 5 speed chips and a glitch chip. The difference is, using 7 speed chips is slightly slower for running, but it comes at the cost of... what was I thinking? Using 7 speed chips is slightly slower, but you don't have reverse controls, whereas the glitch chip does. The glitch chip also provides a benefit by allowing you to use the spinner to set things on fire, which I believe can help you open up Asana's vault slightly quicker. So theoretically using the glitch chip is faster. In practice it takes a lot of mental gymnastics to learn how to move backwards and then remember to switch your controls backwards when you start fighting Asana and through the rest of the run. I mess it up all the time. Make sure you've copied around save files so that your New Game Plus file will appear when you want it. It will always occur in the next one in the list, basically. I like mine in slot 2 because I can just click on Start Game and then continue into my file by clicking again. So to start the run, select the file we loaded, start New Game Plus or New Game Extra, then click Action Girl, and then I think when you usually click New Game Plus the run will start. Because I've got the debug mode enabled, it will give me this extra menu and we can start here. So the first thing we do is skip a cutscene, run down this way for a second because there's a moment before you can open the menu, and then what you want to do is during the time you're running you want to hover over this weapon slot. If I unpause, you want your mouse about here-ish. Open the menu, because this allows us to, if you mouse pre-placement allows us to interact with stuff faster. I believe it needs to be slightly lower down here because the whole idea is if we press the map button to switch loadouts and then up to select the top slot and then click twice, we put this flame blade in there. Then all you have to do is back out once, double click again, you equip the double hook shot. That's been all prepared for you in the previous save file. The next thing we need to do is craft a bunch of cogs. So this is quick crafting cogs. Essentially what you do is hover over the craft item button and then down, enter, down, enter, enter, enter. And just, you can get that quite rhythmic and craft them quite quickly. So there you go. You don't need to craft these for specific cogs. You want a speed cog, likely a stamina cog quite early, and an attack cog, definitely attack cog early. Defense cog is only because we spend most of the run on 1 HP. If you're a god gamer, you don't need the defense cog. I'm going to put it on for this and for the foreseeable future because I'm not a god gamer yet. You could probably benefit from equipping or crafting and equipping another speed cog. Now we're still injured and we're walking quite slowly, but as soon as we come through here we travel hyperspeed. Don't bother healing or anything, just run down to the exit. Type in the password 1995, skip the cutscene, run up left, skip a cutscene with Iris, skip another cutscene with Iris, and then there we go, there's me forgetting the controls already. We run up past the terminal, and then if you have the glitch chip on, this jump is a lot easier. Otherwise jump attack or just hook shot across. Oops. Beat these guys by just jump attacking them once with Raquel's axe. I'll stand a little bit away from them when they spawn and then run towards them when they run towards you. Oops. That's why you have a defense cog. cutscenes. Take the elevator down. Here's the next cutscene, and then here's the interesting part. So, the reason I have the cryojet is because cryojet movement in water is technically the fastest form of water movement. However, it can be very temperamental, hence why I'm jumping. Run off here, and then we're in caves. Now we need to do a telehook through here. The same one that happens in any percent if you want to go learn that. I'm not going to explain it in detail now. Here's the spinner thing I was talking about with setting things on fire. Very interesting mechanic. And now I think if you line yourself up like here, no, I wasn't close enough. Oops. But yeah, there you go. I'm going to try something here. I'm not going to equip the stamina cog for Asana, because I'm going to try and equip it before Maria, along with crafting another speed cog. So what I've done here is you need to open Asana specifically with the flame blade. Earlier I also bounced off of the vines with the spinner to avoid getting any combo. You need to be really careful about your combo here, because if your combo is too high, you'll spin attack Asana in a second and you'll one-shot her in the middle of the cutscene, which means that the game will crash. Your game will lock up and you can't do anything. You'll need to close and reopen the game, your speedrun will be dead. So, let's not do that. Instead what we need to do is, what I should have done is hover the mouse about here-ish, and then when we open the menu like so, we do this. I need to hover over this chip specifically, because you can do this menu quite quickly on keyboard and therefore on controller too. Basically unequip these two, equip these 5. And now, because my cogs are all set up, I don't need the stamina cog on. All I need to do is switch loadouts, charge a spin attack, and release during the cutscene. Skip that cutscene, then jump attack here, charge a spin attack, and release just as the heads spawn. It's better to go late rather than early there. I panic and miss the timing. Skip this cutscene, and now we have normal controls, slightly less speed but still faster than using the spinner. Mouse pre-placement about here-ish. Skip a cutscene, skip another cutscene, skip another cutscene. There's me running in the wrong direction again. No jumping is necessary here, I do it out of accident usually. I think it's recommended to break the spinner. I just wanted to give it a try to get across in a different way. I'm just going to do this one on the spinner. It's probably faster to do it on the cryojet if you're good, but evidently I am not. So you can see my speed cogs run out. Neutral jump up here, by the way. I think it's probably a great time to craft a couple of these. Of course, that's already crafted. I didn't need to craft another one of those. So basically it's a good time to craft and then enable those. Cryojet to open that quickly. And then I think that's the fastest way to open these. Just use the cryojet, run around. 132564 is the code. Drop down. Maria's pretty simple. I'm gonna jump across here, hookshot this. And then sprint to the right, hookshot this. And then you hop on the spinner, jump attack, and then spin attack, skip the cutscene, and then just jump attack. That's supposed to be the jump attack. Fortunately it killed her anyway. You just jump attack her 3 times and she dies. Skip the cutscene. Run to the right here, and then up, and then across, and then around like this. There's maps of these on speedrun.com, you can learn them. think this is faster like this. 45 degrees up here. Nice. A quick cycle here, see if I can get it. I need to jump really late off of this rail. And that's that. Switch to loadout B here. Telehook up here, like so. And then museum clip. I did that wrong. It's supposed to land on the carpet and charge a spin attack. I skip this now. You can release a spin attack when she spawns. Regardless, it's supposed to be a spin attack and then 3 jump attacks and she's dead. I'm gonna wait for her to get up and then I'll show you. She should just be very weak. There's one. So yeah, you charge the spin attack and then release it just before she jumps away. Otherwise she'll spawn enemies early. Give me a second if I didn't save state. Okay. So you'll just have to take my word for that fight. If I'd saved, I would be able to show you. This one's run down and up, and then this way and then down, and then up, and then down, and then up, and then round, and then up, and then round and down. Skip a cutscene, skip another cutscene, skip another cutscene, keep exploring. Run down here, fight skip here. If you come down here, push up against this wall, inch down like that, and then as long as you stay to like the right of this area here, then you can just run straight past. As you can see, I still have speed and stamina cogs enabled. You mostly want the stamina cog for the Luna fight because that allows you to get off 2 jump attacks in a row. It's not very necessary beyond here. I'm going to try jumping over a rock block again here because I'm not sure how fast it is. No, it's slow to fall off. It's better to just break them with the spinner. Come up here, grab this, come down. Oh, we have 2 seconds of stamina left, that's nice. That meant I avoided having to wait for a couple seconds. So now we fight M. Okay, I've run out of the thing, but that's fine. I'll re-equip those in a second. Skip her cutscene and then fight her, or like harvest her, and then she'll get angry at you. Right now is a great time for me to craft some more of these. You want to craft both and equip both, I think. Anyway, 1, 2, 3 teleports. Cryojet, parry, cryojet, parry, and then just spin attack and she'll die. Don't need to jump there. Jump down. Like, ooh, you're supposed to jump down here. You go really far. It's really cool. Like this. Hook shot across here if you can. It's a bit of an annoying shot. Cryojet this button. Jump for speed. Nice, I got across there in 2. My verdict on equipping the stamina cog later is great. That was another telehook, by the way. You don't need to break those boxes, you just come in here and then hook shot. Try and hook shot the button. Skip a cutscene before you go back into the room. What you want to do is come in here, unequip 4 speed, power, virus, scroll all the way down, and then equip 5 stamina chips. Go through. There's various ways to click through there. I like to telehook on the left and then go right and then go down. Aim down, and you should get through there somehow. All the stamina is really useful for the Haley. I believe this gives us enough stamina to get through all of all of these rooms if you're good without having to let stamina recharge at all. Here's this pixel perfect telehook I'm on about. You need to charge your spin attack really late here. Ah, I missed it. If you clip into this wall up there, you'll get teleported straight back to the start. So I don't know what I missed. Maybe I got the pixel wrong. But yeah, now I'll just do the backup, which involves going over here like this. Okay, I didn't realise my defense cog ran out. Give me a minute, return to the last tunnel. This should be fine. I'll just return. I'll just respawn the Haley here. I'm going to be cheeky and save state here, so I can then reload it to save my cogs in a minute. Actually, I don't even need to do that. There is an infinite cogs cheat that I'll just use for a minute. Oops. See if I can show you this telehook again. Nope. I keep missing it. I'm not quite sure what I'm doing wrong. Maybe I'm aiming at the wrong place. Let me try a different place. A little higher. Nope. I don't know what's going on. Don't hit that button with the hand. Probably a good time for me to disable the infinite cogs. Nova fight. Just skip a cutscene. Basically just pepper it with missiles. It's ideal if you come into this fight with loadout A equipped. It's not necessary. I've also, I don't know if it's slightly better if you're in Haley or not, because Alma spawns here rather than here. But regardless, the fight is basically jump attack, spin attack, and you win. Okay, now because we don't have any speed chips on, we just do the rest of the run on the spinner basically. There is a world in which it's faster to re-equip the speed chips and do the running and craft speed cogs and stuff, but I haven't tested that. So it's sad, we lose all our combo here, which would be really useful for the Eagle, but because we lose it all, there's a really weird strat I have to do. When that ball finishes moving into the thing, you can use the elevator before the cutscene starts. Don't fall off here. I've done that numerous times. So skip. No, there's no cutscene here. I've got the wrong loadout out, but if you have loadout B, you can just hookshot straight to here. Now the Eagle strat, you need to put out a single pump of the cryojet before you attack, and you also need to make sure you have enough attack cog left. You need at least 2. So I'm gonna cryojet and then jump attack, then spin attack basically. So like, I missed that. If that was a jump attack, that would have been a one-shot. See, there you go. Can I... Let me just try this again. There you go. Very finicky. If you don't do the pump of the cryojet, Eagle survives on literally 1 HP. The case for the speed chips is mostly in this area because it sucks. Oh, of course you've got a couple hex mazes to do as well, so... Switch to loadout B. Just jump attack off the spinner, use that to charge a telehook from over here, and just do what I just did and you'll be good. In it. Smile. Teleport back to the gear village. I need to craft the meteor weapon as soon as you leave the here place. Here where I want to craft it. Stamina cog in here. Maybe faster to craft one, I'm not really sure. But you can enable it right now. I'm going to craft another attack cog because I was out. You may need to destroy one to do this, especially if you've got a speed cog equipped and you haven't screwed up any fights or anything. Okay, all of the telehooks in here are a little bit different because you don't have the spin charge chip equipped. I should have jumped off there a little bit later. Now there is a telehook in here, in this room, that I may screw up. Let me save a state. I need to research this one more. It sucks. There we go, that's what's supposed to happen. Anyway, you don't need a lot of time for the final boss fight. we basically switch to a full damage chip loadout, and we just annihilate the boss. So just before you enter the cutscene, you come into the chips. I think you can do this at any point because you're on the spinner actually. Basically all you need to do is come down, and then you can do this menu quite quickly, like so. Everything's activated, we're good to go. Start the fight, and then essentially just jump attack. Just jump attack everything and you'll be fine. Oops, that's not a jump attack, I pressed the jump button too early. 1 out of 3, okay. Anyway, the first phase usually takes just 2 hits, 2 jump attacks instead. Second phase also takes 2 hits, and I believe the final phase takes like 6. The jump button too early. Okay, it's 5. But you get the idea. Okay, that's basically the rundown. After this, we skip a cutscene, get on the spinner, skip another cutscene, and we're done. So that's basically everything. I've using IGT time only, so just by optimizing for IGT, unequipping and re-equipping chips as often as I need to, just to make sure my in-game time is as fast as possible. You can beat this under 9 minutes, I think. You can actually get a sub 10 run IGT quite easily with this route. So if I'm lucky, even this tutorial will be faster than the current world record at the time of recording, so that just tells you how much time there is to save. So there we go, 11:13 IGT is pretty damn good. I think I've got multiple, or at least one sub 10 in practice, but I also haven't played with mods off, so that's basically everything. There may be some more intricacies I can explain. Obviously I've glossed over lots of telehooks and things, but that's for another video. Also I might just make separate videos for other stuff like that. So there you go. Maybe I should have left my leaderboard up for a second so you see what's going on. But yes, go and speedrun New Game Plus. It's a great introductory style speedrun compared to something like Any %, which can be a little bit more overwhelming. Because you just have all your gear ready and the bosses are nice and quick and stuff like that. So yeah. Thanks for watching, see you around. Mwah.